It is 8:55, and after a long summer, kids often struggle to get back into that school mindset that is necessary to succeed. And this morning, the CEO of Maryland Teacher Tutors, Natalie Mangrum, is joining us with 3 tips to help kids stay focused and stay sharp. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
You know, parents want to help. We want to do all we can to make our students and our kids successful. Let's get right to it. What's the first tip?
Yeah, so the first tip I would recommend is that homework hour. So you want to make sure that your kids know when they come home from school, they do need to complete their homework. So whether you decide that time be as soon as they get home, once they've had a snack, or later in the evening, you want to make sure that there's consistency, because consistency is key. We want to make sure students are completing their homework and they're doing it when they're comfortable and when they're ready to knock that out.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That consistency is huge. All right, that's the first one. Number 2.
Number 2, I would say get organized. So the morning is so busy for families. You just want to get moving, get out the door. So anything that you can do ahead of time to prepare to get your students out the door, do it ahead of time. Pick out their clothes the night before.
Yes.
If you already know that they're going to be having breakfast at home, identify what that breakfast is going to be ahead of time. The more that you don't have to worry about it, the better it will be for everybody involved.
And you know, I'm a mom of young kids, and so that just seems like common sense. Yeah. But as they get older, you start to, be a little more relaxed, but you don't realize that makes a big difference. It's a time saver in the morning.
Absolutely. And I have older kids. My kids are 17 and 15, so they have a breakfast bin that they can choose from in the mornings.
That's smart.
And it's just easy for them to grab a cereal bar or make some quick oatmeal so they can get right out the door and we can get the day moving.
That is awesome. I like that. Breakfast bin. Write that down. All right, our third tip.
The third tip would be set goals. Whether your children are young or older, you want to make sure you're setting goals, because studies show that students who are setting goals are actually more likely to achieve those goals. So you want to make sure that whether it's younger kids and their goal is to place in the top 3 of the school science fair, or it's older kids and their goal is to keep a 90 or above in their classes, you want to make sure that you set goals. And it's also fun to look back and see how you've met or exceeded those expectations.
That is so smart, because oftentimes I think that the goal is just to get through, but that's not setting them up for really what they could be doing, their potential.
Exactly, absolutely. And then quick parent tips, I would say,
we'll take them all.
I would say establish a relationship with your child's teacher very early on. Make yourself known. Teachers have 30 or more students. Send an email, introduce yourself in person when you go to pick up your kids, just so the teacher knows who you are. And then check in every once in a while. And the second thing I would say, to parents, is just continue to make sure you establish that routine. Again, consistency is key. Make sure your kids are going to bed at the same time every night. Make sure they're getting up at the same time, and we're good to go.
Patrice and I have a podcast. We're going to be talking with you. We might need to have you come on. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem. It was a pleasure. Thank you. Have a great school year.
Yes.